I'd also like to play with myself during this quarantine, but Jigsaw won't let me. So no tickle pickle, we have to watch all the Saw movies and only review one. Saw is a torture horror movie for kids! Not really. A rarity for its time, the central plot revolves around two guys chained in a bathroom, thrust into a mysterious game of life and death. That didn't end in sex the way mine always does. The main draw, of course, is Jigsaw the killer and his traps. Jigsaw is a captivating villain with a compelling motivation, and also a little bitch that I could choke out any fucking time I wanted to. The traps themselves are incredibly unique, especially the reverse bear trap, which is what I used on Butt Sludge McGraw, the pedophilic cowboy. And you can't forget that earworm, which is the Saw theme, but as innovative as this movie was, it was high-value trash. For every Danny Glover X-Crazed detective, you get whiny bitch P.I. Adam. I had to look up this motherfucker's name. Then you have vanilla-ass Dr. Gordon turning it up. That's your main arc, folks. This is some of the worst acting coupled with the worst dialogue I think I've ever heard. Tobin Bell as Jigsaw's performance is so good that it gets away with sounding a little cool. But every time Adam and Dr. Gordon open their stupid fucking mouths, it comes off forced and flat. You don't care if they're covered in peanut butter and have a 15-hooker gangbang? Well, that just tells me you've never been in one! Also, when your camera work is made to mask the fact that it's a cheaply made movie, well then it better fucking do so! Shaky cam is terrible! This movie is incredibly hit and miss. On the positive end of the electrified ankle chains, like I had mentioned, this movie is incredibly innovative. A non-linear story of a killer who wasn't really trying to kill his victims, but get them to appreciate life through a series of traps was rarely done, or at least not effectively done at the time. Horror needed an injection of something fresh, or at least felt fresh. And this was it. It picked the genre back up and immediately threw it in a trap of its own. A terrible game of repetition and twist endings until it dies. Spoilers. It does. And while this movie and its sequel builds to a rewarding twist at the end, how can you have a dead body on the floor for that long and not kiss it at least once? The rest of the movies became reliant on that twist ending, and it made the rest of the movie feel like you didn't need to pay attention. If you're looking for some gore, this movie has a gruesome scene or two. But it isn't until the sequels that the movies truly get grotesque. And while time has done some damage to these movies, it is an adequate blend of the thriller and slasher genre. Saw 1 and 2 are worth the watch, but I'd advise you stop there. Dooker.